Hello, everyone. Good day to you. Thank you so much for joining me here at the Galaxy with God Love Notes. Of course, I really want to thank you so much for being a part of my journey, a part of my soul tribe, a part of my family. Well, I'm just home today. It's snow day. It's really snowing heavily. It's like 20 degrees, and we've been having snow for the past 3 days. So it's beautifully white outside, and it is still snowing. Anyways, having the time to go through my diary, I a year ago, after I learned how to channel message from my spirit guides, they gave me this message. I had no clue what it meant, but they said mold God's messages to the universe. That's exactly the words they gave it to me in. I wrote it down. What said? This said, mold God messages to the universe. And going back through this now, I'm looking for the meaning of the word mold. I'm actually dissecting the sentence all over again. It didn't mean much to me then, but now looking back, I know exactly what they wanted me to do. This was a direct guide to my purpose. I'm going to repeat it. Mold God's messages to the universe. They wanted me to share. They wanted me to talk about the goodness of my Father in my life and the life of all of us. So, the word mold means that God's word are limitless and has endless power. At creation, God actually used words to create everything that we are now able to see. Actually, the word universe, unos, means one, and versus means spoken sentence. So God wants us to speak with authority because He has given us authority to speak even on His behalf. Sometimes we might be going through some troublesome times where we believe we have nobody to speak to, but God wants you to speak to Him. Everything that we physically see is actually spoken words that build these. God said, let us make man. He said, let us make man. He said, and everything was done accordingly. Okay. To mold actually means to guide or influence the growth or development of somebody or something. This is what God seeks to do with every believer. He wants to make and mold us into the image of His Son, Jesus. So we are here. We don't even know possibly who we are, but God wants us to know that we have His authority to speak on His behalf. You might be even going through spiritual warfare, and you maybe want to go seek someone else who can maybe talk on your behalf. It's okay for them to pray alongside with you, but use your words because your words have power. Your words, that's why they call it spelling, because words actually cast spell. Spell is not always something that's negative, but whatever you speak out of your mouth is exactly what it is. You it is a contract. Your words can be a contract. You don't have to physically sign something. Once you say it out of your mouth, it's a contract. You can just say, I do, that's a contract. You don't have to sign paper because words are bonds. So, as I said, if you're going through spiritual warfare, what I would suggest you do, what I did, I always want to use my example because I use my pillow to put on the floor and make up a cushion to kneel on as my prayer pod. I connect to God because connecting to God is through words. We need to speak to Him, or we can speak to our friends. How do we build a relationship without communicating with a person? So to communicate means connecting with a person. You can't have a relationship unless you speak with the person. That's why it's called relationship, because you have to relate to the person. So God actually wants to mold us to be like Him. There's a song. Well, I like songs. I like music. This song goes like, to be like Jesus, to be like Jesus. All I ask is to be like Him all through life's journey, from earth to glory. All I ask is to be like Him. Well, that's a very old song. I don't know who's the singer, but I knew it since I was going to church when I was 14. Those days, I still remember those songs. But those days were just shaping me to be who I am today. God was teaching me. So listening to those words is like a spell that is actually cast, but it's not negative spells. Those were positive because I'm actually looking at someone raking up their snow, so it's distracting for me to be peeking through the window. I'm so sorry. Let me try to be focused. Yeah, so using words. Songs are made of words, and the more we incorporate songs in our lives, over time, the words have meaning. They might not have meaning right at the same time, but me looking back at those songs, I realized, these songs were really something I was supposed to give more time and effort into knowing. But the line I remember is the line I'm supposed to remember. Yeah, so as I said, words have power. Go down on your knees. That's where your power is. Connect to the divine. Speak into being what you want. Speak to God in the language. Do not say, God, I want something. Be detailed. Learn to manifest whatever you want by speaking, writing. So these can become your reality. But God is giving you authority to speak, and He will answer you. But you have to do it this by faith. By faith, you got to do this. I'm not sure if there's anything else I want to say, but I'm just mentioning the point that I got this message a year and a half ago. I didn't know the meaning of the words mold God messages to the universe. My spirit guide wanted me to know this, that this is my purpose, to mold it. I have no clue what this meant. But looking back now, it's a good, see, writing is good because I'm able to go back and peek through my journal and say, hey, this was really what they wanted me to do. But I was so naive then in the old form of spirituality and not knowing really the power of God and how God wanted to use me. But I was asking, what's my purpose? And He said, mold God messages to the universe. I'm going to entitle it this way because this is exactly how it was given to me. So, collective, if you don't get anything from this, whoever you are, whoever is watching, your words have power. God has given you the authority to speak on His behalf because words are seeds, seeds planted. You can either plant positive seeds or negative seeds, but whatever the situation is, let it be positive so you can reap positive results. Whatever you're planting, planted through the vine of the divine, yes, so it can bear fruits. So, collective, thanks again for joining me here at the Galaxy with God. Love notes. Peace, I be with you.